and this is the last video on the lifeline, and today I'm going to talk about tips on improving your lifeline. So this is a topic that I could talk about for days, months, years maybe, but today I'm just going to share a few tips. So each tip that I share with you, take it into account very seriously if you intend to change your lifeline. So the first one is you need to have good health habits, and it starts from the food that you are putting into your body. So you should eat healthy. You don't need to go crazy. You don't need to have really complicated diets. Make sure that you are still within a reasonable weight, a balanced meal, try to avoid sugar as much as you can, and variety, because variety is a spice of life, and it's also the spice of lifeline. And the second one, good health habits, is exercise. So again, don't push yourself too hard. If you are used to going to the gym, you can still go to the gym. But if you're not this type of person, it's okay. A little bit of exercise, bicycle, a little bit of dancing. In my case, I do a lot of dancing every day. Just make sure you do it regularly. It's going to help. The third one, good health habits, is sleep. So you have to make sure you get enough sleep for what your body needs. So some people only need 5 hours of sleep per night. Some people need maybe 9 hours of sleep. Whatever is okay for you, but make sure you get enough so that you don't wake up and then you say, oh, I'm so tired. I partied all night and now I have to go to work. So it's not a good idea. Always make sure that you sleep enough. Drinking moderately, even if you have 1 or 2 glasses of wine a day, I don't think it's going to affect too much. Now, when you go into drinking too much, it falls under the addiction category, and I'm going to talk about addictions because addictions are not good for the lifeline. So, addiction can be like excessive drinking, or it can be smoking, or it can be drugs, but it can also be maybe caffeine, maybe overeating, maybe sex, maybe gambling, maybe gaming, basically everything that you do too much. Now, the problem with an addiction, it is that it holds you prisoner. And there can be different reasons for that. A lot of the time is because you have some mind or emotional problems. So if you haven't been able to let go of emotional in the past, this will be the time to watch my video on letting go of emotional hurts. I have a link under this video. As I mentioned, if you have an addiction, if you feel the need to do something too much, too much work, too much anger, too much fighting, maybe too much exercise to actually push yourself too hard, a lot of the time it comes from the thoughts. So one thing, as I said, is letting go of past emotional hurt. Sometimes we are a prisoner of our thoughts. So we have to become aware of them. And with a thought, you have to ask yourself, do I want to control my thoughts, to bring my mind wherever I want to, or do I want to let myself be controlled by my thoughts? Now, I know it is very hard to control your thoughts, but just being aware of your thoughts is already a great improvement. It can really help your lifeline. Now let's talk about a bad hair day, or just a bad day. What is a bad day? A bad day is usually when we have maybe 2 or 3 things that happen during the day and they didn't go our way. We wanted things to happen. We wanted to be on time. We wanted not to have an accident. We wanted something or not to have an argument. And it happened. And because of that, we say, the whole day is bad. And we forget to look at all the things that actually went well. So thousands and thousands of things went totally well. Like maybe we had an argument with somebody, but we didn't have any toothache. Or maybe we had a hug from our partner or our child. Or think of all the things, like just the fact that you're able to breathe, or able to walk, or able to brush your teeth. If you have teeth, So all these things, a lot of the time when we have a bad day, it's because we focus on the thing that didn't go well. And we forget to look at the things that did go well. And this is very important to be aware of them in order to have a good, healthy lifeline. So next we're going to see the concept of is unfair. Oh my goodness, we see that all the time. It's unfair. So we have movies that talk about revenge, and we have people taking others to court, and we have people demonstrating because unhappy about having to do something that they don't want to. And when we look at life as being unfair, it cannot make us happy. We focus on what I call a victim attitude. It's unfair that I don't have that, or somebody did that to me, and we forget again to see all the things that were actually good. So instead of it's unfair, just look at life the way it is. Like in France, we say, c'est la vie. That's life. Things happen. And instead of comparing what it should be, and it is not right now, it's amazing how it helps. I started to do that a few years ago, being aware when I thought it was unfair, and just looking at all the good things that I have. It's amazing how much it can change your life, your outlook on life, and of course, your lifeline. Now, in order to go against the bad hair day and the unfairness of life, the antidote is gratitude. Practice gratitude. So look at what you have right now, all the good things that you have right now, and there is plenty. I remember talking to some people who say, oh no, there is nothing good in my life, nothing. Well, they were able to tell me that there was nothing good, so they were able to speak. Well, this is a good thing. If you're able to speak, it means you're able to breathe. This is a good thing too. If they're able to come to me, this means they're able to walk. So all these things that we can do with our body, these are things that we should be grateful. And when we start being grateful, I encourage people to do that every night, make a list of gratitude. It's amazing how far it can go, because we are so focused on all the things that are wrong in our life, because basically this is what the media tend to do. Instead, we have to be grateful for what life has to offer. It's amazing, as I mentioned, how we can change the life, our whole outlook. Now another thing, I started with the body, health habits, then I started to talk about the mind. Now we are going more into the soul, and we have to welcome peace. So when we welcome peace, it it means that we let go of our busy mind and we connect to our soul. So how do we do that? Well, peaceful moments, meditation can be one, because meditation helps clear all the clutter of your mind. You may choose prayer, whatever religion you are, or connecting with nature, just saying a prayer, repeating a prayer. You know, in a Catholic church, they had the rosaries. In the Indian system, it's the mantras. You know, when you repeat these, whether it's Hail Marys or Our Father or a mantra, you know, a mantra to Shiva or to Hanuman, or these things that you repeat again and again, it really helps. It helps clear your mind so that you can be in touch with your soul. Another one is music, beautiful music. I'm not talking about the more like the rap style music, even though there's no problem with this music. But if you want to be in like more in peace and in touch with your soul, classical music, soft, gentle music. You can chant, as I talked about mantras. You can chant mantras. You can chant hymns, to anything that is going to bring peace on you and help you connect with the soul. So these are the tips I wanted to share with you. Again, you can go on and on, or you can go much deeper in each one of them. But remember that it is your lifeline that carries the energy to your soul. So it comes from the lifeline, and the lifeline brings it to your body, and the body brings it to your mind and your soul. So the more you can have these three balance, body, mind, and soul, the more the cable, which is a lifeline, will be smooth, and the healthier you will be, and also the happier. Good luck.